I'm not a virgin, I'm a male.
What is linear? Why is she here?
Oh my god! I had no idea that thing went into the portal.
Beef betekent dom. Hij brengt beef, dan is dom erbij.
Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We've reached the end of 2021. I can't believe how fast time flies, and it's been a crazy year. With things returning to normal and C-Day uploading a video in 2 years, I feel like it's finally starting to come back. We've been through some rough moments, especially when COVID was prevalent, but we've pulled through. But what is there to look back on? That's what I want to take a look at in today's video. Hey, what's up guys, my name is Tamprd, and with that being said, let's recap 2021. Before I focus on video games, because that's what my channel is solely about, I want to take a look at some real life stuff that happened. Going into 2021, I feel like we were starting to understand COVID a bit better. We're starting to find ways to counteract it, but at the same time, I feel like we also tried making it much harder than it actually looked. At least in my region, restaurants were starting to open up and we didn't need masks. Mask mandates were easing up and things were starting to return a bit back to normal now. Highways are jam-packed with cars. There's definitely a lot more people out there, myself included. I won't get too deep into politics because that's not what we want to talk about, especially on a YouTube video where we're trying to escape the stress. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to see how these small businesses are still living through this despite all the tension they've put up with. Regardless, I think we can all agree that it's great to see us still striving to this day. Alright, with that being said, let's get started on the video games. I guess I'll get started with my first video in 2021, which revealed my new controller settings on Fortnite. It's not going to be about my particular settings, but I'm going to get more into Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 5 because I feel like that was a huge turning point. I think we can all agree that Chapter 2 has just been terrible in general. Lots of botched opportunities, terrible metas, controller, you know, and just some really bad loot pools. Fortunately, I think it was starting to change in Chapter 2 Season 5. We've had the charge and the tactical shotgun just like we did in Chapter 2 Season 3. Except this time I felt like we started to understand the charged shotgun a bit more. Hear me out, I don't think Chapter 2 Season 5 was as terrible as most people say it was. This was probably the best meta we've had so far. The lever shotgun wasn't terrible, it was basically like a slightly shittier version of the pump. It was great to see a new shotgun other than the pump be good. And while yes, the pump still has a special place in my heart with this game, it's nice to see another good shotgun come up in the meta. As I remember in Chapter 2 Season 3, neither the charge or tac were very usable, so that means everyone just used SMGs. But yeah, Chapter 2 Season 5 was probably the best meta we've had in Chapter 2. It was just very balanced, shotguns were great, the SMGs weren't dominant, assault rifles, you know, they were obviously used a lot. And then Chapter 2 Season 6 rolled around and that started to kill my passion for the game, mainly with the makeshift weapons and all the crafting bullshit. And please do not get me started with the primal weapons. But yeah, I think out of everything, Chapter 2 Season 6 was the ultimate reason of why I haven't uploaded Fortnite until like 8 months later. I think I skipped all of Chapter 2 Season 6 from there and then skipped Chapter 2 Season 7 and Chapter 2 Season 8. I'll get to Fortnite later on, but for now, let's get to Call of Duty. Cold War was pretty fun for a while, but then it got a bit stale. Warzone also got a bit stale later on. We've pretty much had the same meta until the OTS rolled around. God, what's with Call of Duty and new guns being super overpowered? By that point, I think we were just waiting for a new game to come out until eventually Splitgate came out, and it was really good. Well, truth be told, Splitgate was actually out even before 2020. It was probably released in, I believe, 2019, but it never really skyrocketed until 2021. Splitgate was super fun while it was meta. I love the concept of having portals mechanics and then having basically Halo weapons. That was pretty fun for 2 months and then it just got stale. Valorant was still being Valorant. It really didn't need to change all that much. But then Apex Legends was also really fun. I enjoyed that game despite me not uploading any videos on it. Season 9 was really fun. We had a really good meta, aside from the Spitfire, of course. But it was still really fun because Horizon got nerfed, the Hemlock got nerfed, the Massive got nerfed. It created a really balanced loot pool, but also a really balanced legend pool. I enjoyed grinding ranked with Zimby and all those friends. And if there was any time Apex would really take off, I knew it was going to be Season 10. Yes, for as broken as the Seer meta was, Season 10 was really dang good. And by really dang good, I mean really dang good at being very subpar. Seer was overpowered, you couldn't really dodge his abilities. I remember before the split, the servers actually went down, so so not many people streamed Apex. And it sucks because right then Apex was starting to take off again. I mean, we've seen it before where Apex would start to blast off in the beginning of the season, and then it would slowly start to fan down until the end, and then it starts a new season, and then it basically takes off, and then rinse and repeat. That's basically what Apex was. Start off guns blazing, then slowly decline, and then pretty much fall rapidly near the end of the season. Minecraft 1.17 came out, that was a big disappointment, but then 1.18 rolled around, and now I'm starting to enjoy the game again. The terrain generation was fantastic. The new mechanics, even though they were a bit lackluster, were still pretty fun. It was mainly about the new terrain generation, having all these very steep hills, and then Y-64. It created some of the most interesting terrain generation we've ever seen, especially with the caves, because that's what needed the biggest terrain generation change the most. Going underground is genuinely fun again, and I can't wait to see what crazy builds will come up with underground. But then going back to other games, there was New World, which I honestly didn't enjoy MMOs all that much. That's why I never played too much League of Legends or even Dota 2. But it was still fun to try something new. But the real talking points around the end of 2021 were Halo Infinite, Battlefield 2042, and Call of Duty Vanguard. Vanguard's beta launched before everyone else's, so that means we got a taste of the game at first, and it was pretty fun if you play controller. The only way I can describe keyboard and mouse movement on that game is totally clunky at best. Although if you play controller, it's actually pretty fun. The reason I don't play controller anymore is because my last one broke and I don't want to buy any more controllers. Sorry, controller gang. It was fun while it lasted. Halo Infinite was pretty fun, and it actually had better keyboard support than Call of Duty Vanguard, so Microsoft kind of killed it there. And I don't mean the bad kind of killed it. But speaking of which, the bad kind of killed it was Battlefield 2042, especially with how EA botched the specialists and especially the loadouts. Can someone please explain to me why the hell there's only 22 weapons at launch when Call of Duty Vanguard has like more than 35? That game had 4 launchers, for God's sake. What happened to the amazing variety we've had in previous Battlefield games? I don't know, guys. I got super hyped up on Battlefield, and now it's like I don't even want to play it anymore. But let's get back to Halo though, because Halo was actually pretty fun. It was nice returning to that old school type of combat where we've had weapons in the middle that were really powerful. It was fun playing an old school shooter with modern taste in the middle. I have yet to play the campaign, but it looks fun and I honestly want to try it. Alright, I think I've talked enough Halo about now. The reason I still haven't uploaded Apex content even around Season 11, which still looks pretty fun, is just because the game is starting to slowly get stale, much like Warzone is. I mean, we see the same thing over and over again. A new weapon, a new legend, and then basically a new map that ends up being a total disappointment. In other words, the New World map that was introduced in Season 3 is still the goat of goats according to Battle Royale players. I'm almost finished with the video. Let me go over Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 8 though. Once again, I skipped a majority of it, but I really want to get to the end event. It was honestly about time we've got over with Chapter 2 with all the extended seasons we've had in years prior. And if I can be honest, that end event was pretty dang good. I liked it. And in my opinion, it also made more sense than the end of the Chapter 1 event. You still survive, but you're drifting toward the new island. I think that's much better than the black hole. And now Chapter 3 is here, and while it's not perfect, especially considering the weapon meta department, it was still pretty fun using the Spider-Man mythics, exploring the new maps, and having the new sliding mechanic. Prepare yourselves, guys. I think Fortnite is starting to make a comeback in the Battle Royale realm. Oh yeah, and doesn't Warzone have a new map too? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys are screwed. Well, that's just about the end of this video. Sorry I didn't go over every little thing, especially within the real life stuff. Well, yes, I've been really busy. It's been mostly my fault for the most part, just for not caring about video games anymore. Maybe we all go through this stage and I'm just not the only one who's getting bored. Or maybe I'm just a sore loser. Who knows? But that's gonna be the end here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed our recap, even though this year's just been almost as terrible as last year. Meanwhile, I just hope Mr. Beast makes another banger of a YouTube Rewind video. I'm very confident he'll do it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, leave a like, and if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on the post notice so you know when I upload. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!